Hello, welcome to Power and Pounders Drum Magazine. Now, I have no idea what camera I'm looking at, but I am Corian Latigra. This is Power and Pounders, and I am here in Costa Mesa, California. We're at the Tiki Bar. I have to say that real slow, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea of where I am. But I'm here. It's Thursday, October the 5th, and it's Thursday night. And as you see next to me, I have two great friends that we've been trying to get an interview for the past, since January. Actually, since April. Since NAMM of this year. And finally, we got it going on, and they having their album release party tonight. And the band is called Dead Groove. And I have Holly West here. She's the bass and lead vocals. And the drummer Fred Achi. I hope I pronounced this. Achin. See, we were discussing that. So welcome to PNP, you guys, and it's been a long time coming. And thanks for taking the time out. They just finished sound check. Sounded awesome.
Thank you.
And so just want to let people know how you guys got formed, how you guys started, and how you guys come up with the name. Everybody loves the name, Dead Groove.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the name there.
Thank you.
And the band.
So the band got started during the pandemic. The pandemic, baby. Everybody was kind of bored, right? So, so we started. Sure. We have a guitar player that's in Peru, and he's still currently in Peru. Fred and him were in a band called Mouser, and they decided they wanted to do something kind of rock and roll. So we started passing some, melodies and riffs back and forth, and came out with a couple songs. We went to Peru in 2021.
That will be 2020, right?
2020, okay. So the end of 2020, we went to Peru, recorded a couple songs, came back, released them early 2021, and then went back the end of 22 and finished the rest of the records. So we just released the vinyls, so they just came out this week, and we're getting some good response from them. The name basically came out because we were doing a clothing company first. That was kind of our first little pandemic project. And we started working with Fred's designs that he already has. Fred now works for Cleopatra Records. He does all of their releases and stuff. And so he's a great graphic designer. And so we started doing a clothing company called Dead Groove Clothing. And then when it was time to do the band, we were like, well, we'll just keep it the same brand name. So we have Dead Groove Band.
Yeah, cool. Now, I was checking out the art design. You got eyes and kind of a, what is that?
There's like a UFO in there. It's like a whole trip. It's like a UFO landing into like a new planet. It's like a different dimension kind of planet, and you can see like there's like a satellite in there arriving from Earth, escape from Earth. So yeah, this is like a pretty interesting concept for the record. I didn't really know exactly what was the first record gonna be about. Like what was the cover and everything. So I came up with the backdrop that we have now. And then it was Holly's idea. Like, you know what? We should use the backdrop as an album cover.
Yeah.
And this one it was black and white, so I had to just color it and make it look way better. And that's how it came out. Yeah.
Okay. Now the tour that you guys are currently on is called Into Infinity.
Into Infinity. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Like you said, they've been all over, getting good response. Mm-hmm. When did the album come out?
March 30th of this year. But the vinyls just came out this week.
Okay. Yeah, there is vinyl back. Vinyl is back, you guys.
Vinyl is totally, dude. To be honest, vinyl, it sounds way different. I've been listening to our songs, mixing them pretty much with our engineer. And when I heard the first time on vinyl, it was a little different. It was better. It was warmer. I was able to catch some more snares, like ghost notes.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they are popping, and it's great. I like it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a different feel.
Yeah. Now, being the bass player and the vocalist, that's really unique because you don't find that many vocalists and bass players. So how does that come about when you're playing and you got to concentrate on playing and singing
Well, it took a long time to figure that one out. It's even harder than scratching your head and your patting your belly or whatever you do,
tapping
rubbing
your
head or whatever.
and chewing gum at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a as a musician, you know, it's like a everlasting practice, you know, to get your craft down and to make it better each time, you know. So it took a long time, but I always knew I wanted to do it. I had great inspiration from like Lemmy and Phil Lynott, you know. But a powerful three-piece is always really fun, you know, and so I enjoy the you know, fronted power trio with basses and vocals. I really do enjoy it, and I love writing, so it just kind of fell naturally to me, really.
Yeah. Now you guys' style is more of a bluesy rock, you know,
hard rock with blues influence, absolutely.
Yeah. And who are some of your band influences that in your writing process? How does that work, or what you want to write about?
Yeah, that's a good question. We try not to write about like the low hanging fruit, you know, the love and the stories and all that kind of stuff. It's more like we're writing about fast cars, rock and roll, and satellites, outer space, you know,
the black hole.
Things that make you think. A lot of metaphors. One of our songs called "Play Your Hand" is about karma. So it's cool. It's creative writing. Fred actually wrote "Into Infinity." He wrote the lyrics for that, and so it's really cool to be able to take his lyrics and, you know, create a cool melody out of it. It cuts the work in half for me, kind of, but I get to be real creative with the melodies. It's fun. It's really fun. We've been working really well together for a long time, and we're definitely ready to start working on some more soon.
Okay, so as you're promoting this album and touring on this album, you're actually writing for the next.
We're gonna go back to Peru at the end of this tour, which is December.
We're actually we're gonna sorry to cut you. We're gonna finish the tour in Peru. We are playing next month in New Mexico. We're playing a guitar show in Albuquerque, and then we're going to Dallas. We're playing Trees, and then we're driving back as soon as we can because we gotta fly to Peru. We play a show November 30th, and there's gonna be a big show.
Yeah, so that show is going to be with our original guitar player.
Okay, and he's in Peru. So you got an international band going on.
Fred's
You got I mean, that's
Peruvian American band.
Now, do you write stuff in Peruvian as well, or is this all English? You know, you could. You know, I mean, pretty much everybody understands.
I forget all the words.
It would be cool. We're definitely writing guitars in Peruvian and drums in Peruvian.
Okay. Because that would just put out a whole Peruvian album. Just, you know.
Probably we could do the Peruvian flute, or the pan flute.
Right, like adding the folk to it. It's always cool. It's always something that is always like super popular outside our country.
Just all pan flute.
Pan flute, Christmas songs.
You sing backups, right, Fred?
This is a totally different new experience for me because I never had a chance of writing. Like actually the whole concept of a record, the songs. I'm involved with the riffs. I write with Cesar some songs. There's some songs that I write with Holly. Holly already had Maverick, for example, when she came from Dallas. So we kind of like put the instruments into the song because it was only an acoustic song. So we ended up adding that jam in the middle because we used to jam so much right before we wrote this record. So that's pretty much how we write music, and then lyrics and concepts. We usually, Holly and I, we decide what's gonna be this song about, what's this gonna be about, and usually we find interesting stuff. Like Book of the Dead is about the Egyptian Book of the Dead, and it kind of mocks a little bit about what it was back in the day, what that people used to live and just so scared that they would die and they would just get lost somewhere, right? So they had this Book of the Dead that will help you to go through some kind of quest that is gonna lastly is gonna take you to the afterworld or Yeah, so it's pretty interesting because they had to work like pretty much 5 years of their life to be able to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
So it was pretty lame. So that's why we kind of came up
Lame.
with this. Yeah. And then with Into Infinity was the only song that she was like, all right, that can be your song if you want. Go ahead.
yeah.
So I wrote
She's
something.
like, that could be your song.
Yeah, and it was the last song of the record.
Yeah,
You know,
okay,
sometimes the
okay.
last song of the record are the
Yeah.
best. And I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really excited that I have this chance. So when I was flying to a Boulevard show, I was on the plane listening to some bands, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start coming up with some stuff.
Yeah.
And it was more like it was like a poem or something. It had like a different structure than an actual song. So she structured it and put it all together, and then she came out with all the melodies that are amazing. And
Thanks.
yeah, it's been a fun process.
Now
know?
you guys are signed with Rock
No.
Avenue?
No.
Is it?
Not anymore.
Oh, you're not anymore. Okay.
We recorded 2 songs in Peru,
Okay.
Maverick and Book of the Dead, and then we got it signed with this label.
Okay.
And they put the record out, and then we had some little problems about what was going to be the direction of the record. So we ended up just deciding just to part ways and just leave it there.
Independent.
Yeah, which is
independent.
always the case, man.
Because-
Sometimes it's better to not even get signed.
Nowadays, it's better just to know what's all the business all
Yeah,
about, and you
yeah.
need to know about exactly about PR and what you're gonna do with your record, digital distribution, physical, because that's pretty much what labels do,
Yeah,
and it's something that the band can do. It's just if you don't know about it, they get it. It's difficult,
Yeah.
but you need to be on it. So because it's your band, you're paying for it, so
Yep.
you definitely want to know what's
It's your
up.
baby,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's your product.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
it's
your
just a
product.
product.
Yeah.
Just like any other product.
I mean, when it comes to touring, yeah, they can support on tour, you know, and stuff like that. But still, you know, to sign your name on that dotted line, it's like,
Exactly.
it's like
Exactly.
so now you got the album out. You got 10 songs. on the
10
album?
songs.
Okay, you did how many videos? 3.
We have
videos
right
and
now
so
it might be 4. We have
Okay.
the Maverick, the first one. Then
Okay.
we have the Book of the Dead. Then we did Bad Friend.
Okay.
Then we released Into Infinity, which
Oh,
is an
yes.
AI generated
okay.
music video,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool because it's pretty trippy.
And I
it
put
goes
all
with
the you
concept.
guys'
Cool.
website, all that stuff in the
Nice.
description. You guys can check out the videos and stuff like that. you
And
know.
then we just released 2 weeks ago is a live session in Lima that we recorded when we were there the last time.
Okay.
And we're playing the Book of the Dead
Okay.
in the studio. And yeah, it's really good. Sounds awesome.
Now, you guys play in another project. Let's
Yes.
talk
Yeah, we
about
have
that
other
one. Now,
projects.
sometimes I don't know. I'm old school. I'm a one band guy.
One
I know
kinda guy, yeah,
nowadays
yeah.
everybody you play, that's how you have to make your money. I get it. So how do you manage? What other band do you play in?
I play in Zepparello, which is an all-female Zeppelin tribute.
Okay,
And
okay.
We travel every other week
Yeah.
to different shows. So
Okay.
we just manage it, you know,
I was going to
in
say, how's
between.
the scheduling?
You usually know your schedule like 6 months in advance,
Okay.
right? So if you're able to like get with your band and say, okay, I can, you know, this week, or whatever,
Okay.
and so that's how we book this whole tour. Is
Okay.
1 weekend out of each month we're out promoting this tour,
Okay.
this record.
So balancing 2 bands.
Yeah, and then he's in like 15 bands.
I know.
And-
He's in like. Explain to people because I know what
Explain,
band
it's
you're in.
just too
Just
much.
let these guys know.
Too
who-
much.
Well, I play with the band called Power Flow.
Okay.
It's with Sandog from Cypress Hill. He
Okay.
sings there. It's like a super group I joined in 2018 with Billy Graciati from Biohazard,
Okay.
bass player from Fear Factory, and we have a new record that's coming out at the end of the year.
Okay.
And then, you know, during the pandemic, I've been always playing, gigging.
Yeah.
I was playing with them. I play with the System of a Down tribute called Toxicity.
Okay.
They are from Orange County. We were here and there playing gigs with them. And then I joined the Bullet Boys.
Okay.
Like coming out of the pandemic, when we were recording our record, I remember getting the call and like, hey, you gotta learn this whole set for next week.
Wow.
We have a big festival in Florida, and
Just like that.
you're the guy. We know you're the
Okay.
guy, so start learning. I'm like, okay.
So you got a call from Mark. Oh, his
Actually, management was
Okay.
putting the band together because they had this whole thing with the reunion. it didn't happen, so he ended up moving forward with new guys, right? So I've been playing with Bullet Boys. It's been like 2 years.
Okay.
We've been playing gigs with Lita Ford, with Last in Line, with Warren.
Okay.
It's like a good hard rock scene that is still going, big shows.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then I joined Kings of Thrash
Okay.
with Jeff Young and David Ellefson.
Yeah.
They used to play in Megadeth. And we are doing this thing called the Mega Years. And we're playing the two early records of Megadeth, Killing Is My Business and So Far So Good So What, which is the songs that these guys recorded, right? And that started like a year ago. We did the first run. There was Phoenix, Hollywood, Las Vegas. We did 4 shows, and then this year we did a full tour. We did like 24 shows in a month. We were literally in a bus, living there and going through it.
Yeah.
So then we went to Australia like a month ago. Super fun. Those guys are not having too many concerts right now, so they were really excited. It was like sold out most of the shows.
Yeah.
And right now we're just doing that groove, playing that groove. We've been doing this tour. We started in August. We did New Jersey, New York. Then last month we did Midwest, is that or Southwest? We did Phoenix, Utah, Salt Lake City, and then we did Petaluma. We just played last Saturday with Separella in Petaluma. Mystic Theater was amazing. Great
Rainbow
show.
right for that.
And then we did the Rainbow. So we are wrapping it up here at home.
Yeah.
And then November we're going to Dallas, New Mexico, and then Peru. And then we're gonna just start working on the new stuff, booking 2024.
So now, how's that gonna play with all the other bands that you're in?
So
especially with King of Thrash. I mean, that's kind of like
at first everybody gets weirded out.
Yeah.
Bullet was like, what? You're joining those guys from Megadeth? What? And then eventually Kings of Thrash realized that it's not too much of a touring band, like a month-long tour. It's more like a weekend.
Gotcha.
So for example, we play in December, we play the Whiskey, we play Santa Ana. So it's like a weekend thing, right? So I was able to book things with time ahead. So I let know the manager from the Bullet Boys when I have this show, so I can put like it's just like a blackout dates.
Yeah.
So the same thing with that group. So it's been working out pretty well.
Cool.
We're literally booking things in between what she has and what I have.
Yeah.
So that's what we're always working.
Which leaves for one weekend.
Yeah, I know. Well, you got the holidays coming up, and can you believe this is 2 months out of the year already that the holidays are coming up in 2 months. So
Crazy.
how fast is that going? And then I think NAMM is January.
NAMM is January.
Yay! So yeah, well, I know you guys got to get going. I just thank you so much. I have to say now, they work with me as well at School of Rock. At least Holly does still.
And I've been for so long. I was always teaching next door.
Yeah. So great people, great musicians, and listen to the album. I'll put the description in the album in the description box and everything. And you guys can check out their sound, check out the videos as well. They're called Dead Groove. They're coming to a town near you.
Coming for you.
They're coming for you. To wake up the dead.
Wake up the dead, yeah.
Thanks for